Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here, doing a review on a WE Socom Gear 1911. Now, a lot of people don't know, this gun is made by WE. It's just licensed by Socom Gear. It's one of the Socom Gear licensed stuff. But they're OEM'd by WE, so WE actually makes these. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people, I've heard people say, oh, I'd rather have a Socom Gear than a WE, 1911 or whatever. These Socom Gears are just basically hyped up standard 1911s. WE 1911s. This goes for like 180, I believe, because it's gold plated. So obviously they charge a lot more for this kind of thing. They charge like $80 or so more than the standard WE, just World War II type 1911. So really the only differences are in the externals. So I'm just going to go over this. So right here you have a metal slide that's gold, obviously. You have a frame, metal frame that is gold too. Metal magazine catch right here. It's only on one side. The magazine shoots out perfectly though. I'll go over the mag in a little bit. The grip here is, obviously upgraded from the standard, WE. That's also something you get with the Socom Gear licensed stuff. Socom Gear trademarks all up here, everywhere really. This is your slide lock is metal. Safety here is metal. Your hammer is metal. Your beaver tail safety is metal. And your back strap is metal. Now these are a lot thicker than the real thing. The real thing is not as thick back here, and I'm not sure why they make it so thick. But this does not shoot out like on the real one. And the same thing over here. Got more trademarks. Now this gun averages about 290 to 280 with .25s with propane on a pretty warm day, which is not bad. Now the magazine holds about 15. You can slide this down and lock it in the side here and load from the bottom. I don't like that because on one of my magazines, for my 1911, the follower actually broke. So like you pull it, try to pull it down, it's just not attached to the follower anymore. So this one's perfectly fine though, as I shoot BBs out of it. It's got a plastic feedlet, but it's pretty solid metal construction. I hear these are prone to leaking, but on both of the mags I have, there are seals on the bottom of here, so it doesn't spray out gas when you load it, and both of the mags have not leaked. So now to function it, obviously, when you put your magazine in, initially you have to cock it back, and you can see inside of the chamber there. This is a Tokyo Marui clone, so it does use Tokyo Marui parts. I believe most, if not all, parts are Tokyo Marui clone. It's pretty smooth, the action is when you cock it, but when you fire it, it's not as smooth as you'd think. That's just something that WE has that's, not the best. Now here's the beaver tail safety, and it does work. You have to push it in order to fire it. And then your frame safety up there. So to disassemble it, you have to pull the slide back to that crease there. Pull the slide directly off. This is your frame here. You have all your standard internals. They are pretty high quality, honestly. WE is pretty good at making stuff, pistols and rifles. Got your standard Tokyo Marui clone nozzle that doesn't have a very good spring to it. That's one issue that WE does have. Their springs, like that doesn't, it's not lubed, but still it should spring back and forth without being constantly lubed. And then your standard hop-up where the wheels right here. These are my favorite type of hop-up units. This thing has some great range. It's sighted in with .25s. So you can sight this thing in with 30s even. So it has a good hop-up. When a gun out of the box, any gun, even if it's a rifle, can hop 30 grain BBs, to, good ranges, it's obviously not a bad gun. So put the magazine in, hit the slide lock, fire it a few times. The recoil is manageable, it's not too bad. That was just 4 shots. That was, I think that was green gas actually in here. I recommend propane with, propane for sure with rifles, but with pistols, green gas is acceptable. Mainly because if you use green gas to fill up, rifle mags, it is a pain, because you can only fill like 10 rifle mags and your CO2, or your, green gas bottle's empty, so, in propane it's like twice as much, and it's cheaper. It's like, half the price, I think. Quarter of the price, actually. Depends on where you live, though. So you see 45 ACP on the chamber there. It's actually the barrel, but it's back where the chamber is. Other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about. The quality, I think it's good. I recommend it. If you're going to buy this gun, I would just go with the standard one, unless you really have your heart set on gold. But these standard ones are just so much cheaper, and yes, they are high quality. Thank you for watching this video, guys. This is my brother's gun, but check out the review for the standard one, the standard 1911 by WE, because that is my model. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Also, this was picked up at a pawn shop. We actually have a friend on our airsoft team that works at a pawn shop. Some guns were pawned, and they didn't come back and pick them up, so they got to sell them. They didn't know what guns they were, so he brought them to the house, because I told him I would be able to tell you what they are. And right away, I knew this is WE. I just knew it. Like, I know that kind of stuff. So, my brother bought this for $50. And it works completely. This thing is easily worth $100, so he's gonna double his money basically. And a lot of people would be like, "Oh, well, that's even $100's too much." Not really. These are like 180 new, and this thing is flawless. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys.